Excessive sweating causes household treatment methods, sweat smell and disease relationship. Hyperhidrosis of the entire body can be caused by various diseases, night sweating, or an unusual smell of sweat is often a sign of health problems, for example. Excessive sweating is observed in serious diseases such as cancer, diabetes, tuberculosis, or hyperthyroidism. Causes of excessive swelling, increased sweating at high ambient temperatures is a physiological condition. As everyone knows, adverse effects of taking certain medications are manifested by increased sweating, such as antidepressants, NSDs, antihypertensive drugs, some drugs used against tumors and diabetes mellitus. Excessive sweating can occur in women during pregnancy and menopause due to changes in the hormonal background. Some sources suggest that excessive sweating in girls may be associated with falling in love. However, excessive sweating can be a symptom of some diseases, and in such cases, if other symptoms are observed, it is recommended to consult a doctor as soon as possible. Diseases associated with excessive swelling. Severe sweating is a common symptom for many diseases. However, there is only one symptom of this disease, and below are other symptoms of certain diseases, accompanied by excessive sweating, which can help clarify the cause of profuse sweating. Fever-induced diseases, that is, diseases accompanied by elevated body temperature, and the introduction of pyrogens, often viruses, into the body. Body sweating is the body's response to heat, through which it tries to cool itself down. The higher the body temperature, the more sweat a person sweats. Sweating is most common when body temperature drops. Obesity in overweight people. Every action requires a lot of effort. The body heats up easily and sweats. Hyperthyroidism, sweating intensifies throughout the day. Additionally, the disease is accompanied by decreased appetite and weight loss, weakness, irritability, heart palpitations, hand tremors, and sometimes eye swelling. Tumors of the lymphatic system. Leukemia and lymphoma begin with weakness and loss of appetite. The skin becomes pale and the lymph nodes enlarge. At night, intense sweating of the entire body is observed. Tuberculosis, night sweats, persistent cough, weight loss, weakness, mild fever or fluctuations in temperature. Diabetes, a sharp decrease in blood sugar levels. Hypoglycemia leads to profuse sweating. The patient becomes pale. Their heart rate increases and their muscles tremble. Dizziness, weakness, and hunger are observed. Pancreatic cancer. Symptoms similar to those in hypoglycemia include sweating, weakness, hunger attacks, muscle tremors, and irritability. Parkinson's disease. Severe sweating with slowed movements and a noticeable odor, progressive muscle tension, and tremors are noted. Sweating of the face and signs of seborrhea, wrinkles. Oily skin, redness are observed. Heart attack, pain, sweating, anxiety, shortness of breath, and sometimes nausea with a burning sensation behind the sternum. What disease does the smell of the skin speak about? Disease is accompanied by excessive sweating, often disrupt chemical processes in the body. As a result, the smell of sweat changes, which makes it possible to diagnose the disease. Sweat smell, possible illness. Exurine, renal failure, fresh liver. Liver failure, mouse phenylketonuria, old stale beer, tuberculosis. Fermented fruits or acetone, diabetes mellitus, fresh bread, typhoid fever. What to do to eliminate sweating? If the problem of excessive sweating is not caused by a serious illness, and the doctor says there is no need to worry, excessive sweating can be treated at home. Special attention should be paid to the fabric of clothing. Worn on hot days, the fabric must allow air to pass through, and the skin must breathe through it. Clothes made of cotton fabric are perfect. If only some parts of the body are sweating profusely, you can follow the recommendations given in separate articles, which are foot sweating and armpit sweating. If you are bothered by excessive sweating at night, you can familiarize yourself with tips for night sweating. General recommendations for getting rid of excessive sweating include: follow the dry law, cold water, but not ice cold, is the best remedy for quenching thirst, and replenishing lost fluid through sweating. Alcoholic beverages stimulate blood flow to the skin, so even an alcoholic cocktail with ice quickly causes sweating. Avoid coffee and cola. The caffeine they contain intensifies the heart's contractions, making it work as if it were working. Get rid of excess weight. Overweight people sweat more, and any physical load in the heat is difficult for them. The heart cannot handle blood circulation. Calm down in restless people. Even the slightest worry causes excessive sweating. It's important to learn to avoid unnecessary stress sedatives. Auto training and breathing exercises can help,